Ocean acidification occurs when surface seawater absorbs some of the carbon dioxide that's trapped in the Earth's atmosphere. Today, studies show that oceans are absorbing roughly a third of all CO2, with experts predicting this number to greatly increase to somewhere in the 90 percentile range. Perhaps the largest threat ocean acidification poses is directed towards organisms that construct their shell out of aragonite and calcite, both of which are composed of CaCO3. For my capstone number 3, I'll focus on how ocean acidification has and potentially will affect the lobster fishing industry in the Gulf of Maine. Today, there's very little debate we as humans are producing more and more fossil fuels. And it's these fossil fuels that are being trapped in our atmosphere and ultimately absorbed by our oceans, such as the Gulf of Maine. What happens is that the absorbed carbon dioxide reacts with the seawater, especially colder water, to form carbonic acid. From there, the carbonic acid breaks down into hydrogen and bicarbonate ions, reducing the pH of seawater, making it more acidic. It's this process that reduces the amount of calcium carbonate, a catalyst necessary for shell-building organisms. It's this chemical reaction that is severely threatening the lobster fishing industry in the Gulf of Maine. First, softer shells due to reduced CaCO3 make juvenile lobsters substantially more vulnerable to predators. Simply put, they're unable to adequately protect themselves because of their inability to fully develop. Second, due to the inability to produce stronger shells, juvenile lobsters are essentially forced to concentrate on hardening their shells rather than allocating energy to eating and survival, thus reducing their size and life expectancy. The Gulf of Maine is particularly vulnerable to ocean acidification for a few reasons. One reason being the plethora of freshwater rivers that eventually deposit into the Gulf. These rivers exacerbate ocean acidification by carrying acidic freshwater, organic material, and fertilizers from different parts of the state and depositing them into an already acidic Gulf. Additionally, science tells us that carbon dioxide is much easier dissolved in cold water than fresh water. The Gulf of Maine is one of the coldest bodies of water on the eastern coast because of the inability to receive warm water from the Gulf Stream, making it scientifically logical that the Gulf of Maine and their lobsters are highly susceptible to the ramifications of increased ocean acidification. As atmospheric CO2 levels increase, so do the levels of CO2 in the oceans, leaving the forecast for the Gulf of Maine bleak. Studies based on the business as usual scenario anticipate that if we maintain our current path, CO2 levels will continue rising, resulting in surface ocean waters falling to a pH of 7.8, a level that was last met 14 million years ago. A more acidic ocean doesn't only threaten the Gulf of Maine and their lobsters, but it also hurts surface ocean waters all over the world whose fisheries are held up by the many different species of fish. I grew up in northern Maine, and like any other kid growing up in the state, we inherently knew Maine was synonymous with potatoes and lobsters. I remember going to Bar Harbor in the summer months, watching tourists from all walks of life enjoying what the area had to offer, and how excited I was to indulge on the best lobster in the world. These are facts. The potential economic impact increased and or continued ocean acidification could have on the Gulf of Maine would be severe. The Gulf of Maine fishing industry produces 126 million pounds of lobster on an annual basis, creating roughly 3,200 jobs and increasing their gross domestic product by $338 million. With increased ocean acidification, these numbers are surely going to fall. Families who rely on lobster fishing and income will certainly suffer. Restaurants known for Maine lobster will have stable demand with decreased supply, resulting in severe loss of revenue. And the annual tourist season fueled by fresh Maine lobster plucked straight from the Gulf of Maine will decrease exponentially. After all, lobster is one of the catalysts supporting the Maine tourist industry. The ripples of economic harm reach far beyond the Gulf of Maine. The U.S. economy derives most of its strength from consumer consumption, which accounts for approximately 70% of the nation's GDP. With that being said, all lost revenue would drastically reduces Maine's consumer consumption, ultimately lowering consumer consumption throughout the entire country. Losing such a high revenue producing industry hurts everyone, not just local maniacs. So how can we fix it? Much like all other aspects of global warming, the solution starts with us. Farmers could cease using environmentally harmful pesticides that enter the Gulf through the many freshwater rivers, while also investing in upgraded, more efficient sewage treatment procedures. State policymakers could even implement legislation banning the use of harmful farming practices if local farmers refuse to do their part willingly. The bottom line is that increased ocean acidification runs parallel with increased atmospheric CO2. The more fossil fuels we create, the more acidic our oceans will become. At the end of the day, we as species must start taking better care of our planet, and that is really the only way we're going to begin repairing our planet.